Good morning, y'all. Welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna try to hurry up because I got some stuff I gotta do. But I wanted to pop on and make a video real quick because I was having a moment this morning that I wanted to share. I was in the shower. I stepped into the shower and I don't know about for you, but for me, when I get in the shower, it kind of helps me to trace or slow my thoughts. It kind of helps me to take all of my thoughts that are going like 90 miles per hour that are in my head and then just be able to be like, just lay them in front of me and observe them, right? Like to observe where they belongs, what doesn't belong, what should stay, what should go, you know what I mean? And help me to be able to, after observing them, be able to be like, okay, what does this mean, right? And so as soon as I stepped in the shower, into the water, the word soham just kept coming to mind. It kept circling, and it's been circling in my mind for, a week or 2 weeks maybe now, right? And it's a word that I've learned in my yoga training. My teacher, Anita, teaches us Sanskrit and mantras. And soham is a mantra, which basically means I am that. I am that. I am one with the universe. The universe resides in me. I reside in the universe. I am everything that I need is provided, and I am protected, right? Like, that's my understanding of soham, and it resonates with me, right? It's like everything I need will be provided. Like I have access to everything that I need. Like I am that, right? And so as I was standing in the shower, after I, let myself experience the feeling that I received from receiving that affirmation, that mantra this morning, as soon as I made contact with the water, then I was just observing my thoughts. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know why I was thinking about this, but I was just like, why is it that, why is it that I just have such a, why is it that I just don't want to welcome, when I think of everything that I can use to describe myself, why do I not want to use the word strong to describe myself, right? And again, I'm in the shower observing my thoughts. And this is what came to me, okay? Back when I was 20 years old, strong was everything that I prayed for, right? I was like, please let me be strong, because I was going through some stuff, you know what I mean? Like I was going through things. And so I just wanted to be strong enough to get through them, right? But you got to be careful in the things that you ask for and the words that you speak. And so I'll say the long story short of this, and then I'm gonna go back. Long story, I realized that strong is not the word that resonates with me quite as much as force. Not force like in the sense of forceful. And then also, okay, so there's so many things that went into this thought, right? Because it's like Rougi Wellness and what Rougi Wellness defines and embodies, right? And Rougi Wellness is ratchet and bougie. And I did a interview earlier this week where I got to just talk about my business. And I was explaining what Rougi Wellness is and, the purpose behind it, the thought behind it, being something that's not on any one or the other, not any black or white, right? In therapy, black and white thinking is something that I had to work on at the very, very beginning, right? Of this exploration journey, this healing journey. I had to work on my black and white absolute thinking, right? And so like all of those things come into the wholeness of what Rougi Wellness is and embodies. But, so Rougi Wellness was like, as Black women, like we don't have to be one or the other, right? And so like we don't have to choose this or that. We can have this or that. We can exist on a spectrum and we can be in the gray, right? And so I was like, strong, I don't want to be strong. I am strong because I prayed for that, right? And I asked God, help me be strong. And what happened was I went through a lot of things that grew me, right? And I say this all the time, like Just like if you want to build your muscles, you got to lift weights, right? And so I was lifting a lot of weights and therefore becoming strong. And now I'm like, I don't want to pray for strength anymore. Like, that is not what I want. But I realized that the better word for me to describe that is a force, right? Because I always want to be a force, right? Because if I am that, right? If the universe exists within me and if I exist within the universe and we are one, right? And if everything that I need is provided and if I am every day protected and if everything that I ask for is delivered, right? And is a gift and is a lesson and a blessing, then I am that, right? And so it's like, I don't want the energy of strong to accompany me when I walk into a space. I want the energy of a force, right? A force of power, a force of love, you know, a force of whatever, you know, type of thing. And the reason why I am so particular about words is because everything that I ask for is delivered, right? In the sense of, again, when I said, God, let me be strong, God, let me, perfect. That's good. Thank you. I like that. I like that, baby. When I said, God, let me be strong, God made me strong. God, let me be numb to feelings. Let me not feel. I didn't feel, right? Like all of those things. And so I say that, you know, like I prayed, I said, God, send me a good man, right? God sent me a couple of good men, right? During that time. And it was like, but that wasn't specific enough, right? But I didn't know what more to ask for because I really didn't have a strong grasp on who I was, right? I didn't exactly know what it was that I required or desired. And so, you know, I couldn't ask for the things that I wanted because I didn't actually know what I wanted. And so today I realized force is the word that I want to rock with. And that's what has been that's the word that's been trying to come out instead of the word strong, right? Because for me as a Black woman, strong comes with so many limitations in terms of ways that we're allowed to just be, you know what I mean? So I was like, I don't want to be strong. I don't want people, when people say you're so strong, that does not actually make me feel good, fuzzy, or warm, or any of those things. It really kind of makes me feel like, ooh, that's not what I actually want. You know what I mean? And so, so then when I was like, man, like I asked God, I was like, God, send me a good man. God, send me a good man. Right. But also you know, one man that God sent me wasn't ambitious. Right. And it was like, man, like, but I need somebody who has ambition. Right. Was really just content with where they were in life, you know, had some bad breath, you know what I'm saying? Type of things, like things that just was not in alignment with, because if you know how I am about smells, you would know how crazy that was. But it's like, but they was good men, but it wasn't just the one for me. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that I had to just learn over time to be more specific. How do you become more specific? You learn yourself. You learn, okay, this is who I am, you know? And so I was reading this morning about, you know, the work that we do on ourselves. And I always speak about how the more that you know exactly who you are, the less you're allowed to be distracted by distractions, right? By things that have no place in your life. If you know exactly, and I was reading this story on, I don't know what day it was, maybe Saturday or Friday, about Arjunan and the bow. And I did share it on my page on Friday. But it was talking about how everybody else, all the other warriors were, you know, so distracted by the trees and the branches and the this and the that and the that. And this person, this warrior, Arjunan, sorry. My teacher Joyoti shared this with us. And in the story, when his teacher said to him, what do you see? He said, I see the eye of the bird. The teacher said, I want you to shoot the arrow into the eye of the bird. Everybody else was like, what do you see? And there was like, I see the stem. Okay, listen, I don't want to go off context or go all off into off the point, but I just want you to know, like, if you are distractible, or if you don't know exactly what your eye is focused on, then you're going to be distracted, right, by all of the things that don't have a place. And so that's neither here nor there for this moment. But all I want to say is, you know, I don't know, I hope that if anybody else has felt like, I don't know what the word is, just have patience and sit with it, observe it, because then you'll figure out what it is that you actually are asking for. But be careful of the things that you ask for if you're not specific enough, because you really could be setting yourself up to go on a journey to find out how specific you need to get. And that journey sometimes is, well, here's the thing, it's always rewarding. It's just not always fun. So you choose what that means for you, but I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and end it here because that's all I got to say. So bye, y'all.